These cliffs in Capitol Reef National Park, as complicated as they might first seem, the thin, red-tinged Entrada sandstone on top of the ridges, and bright, almost white Navajo sandstone at the base. 190 million years ago, flat sheets of Entrada and Navajo sandstone were piled up, one on top of the other. The two units are called formations because each is made up of a particular type of material, and each was laid down by a particular mechanism. Streams and coastal currents for the silty Entrada, and wind-blown sand in the case of the Navajo. 65 million years ago, the flat sheets were tilted, and more recently they've been carved into this fantasy land of sedimentary rock. Groundwater seeping through the Navajo filled spaces between the grains with a calcium-rich solution that gradually cemented loose sand into sandstone. The rock erodes whimsically, but even so, it's strong enough to support the sheer walls of this canyon. From the bottom, you can almost imagine being inside to hear the whistle of an ancient wind that deposited the sand, and feel the flow of water that would later sculpt stone into art. We think of volcanoes as huge mountains, but actually they come in all shapes and sizes, from sputtering little lava vents to towering stratovolcanoes. SP Crater is a lovely cinder cone in northern Arizona. It was created when a volcano erupted 4,000 or 5,000 years ago, spewing some ash that was distributed by wind, leaving a thin, easily eroded blanket that probably covered tens or even a few hundred square miles. The eruption of SP mostly produced grape and tomato-sized cinders that fell back to Earth right around the volcano's vent to form a symmetric cone 800 feet high. Larger blobs of magma were also ejected, spinning like footballs as they froze in midair before landing and littering the crater's rim. As cinders piled up and the cone grew, magma in the volcano's throat had to climb higher and higher before reaching the surface. At some point, pressure at the base of this liquid column was great enough that magma broke out the bottom of the cone rather than rising all the way to the top. The river of lava flowed 4 miles before freezing up. I especially like the 2 little puddles that oozed off to the right into the shallow nearby valley.